This is your friendly reminder that if you're an educator and you're about to go back to work and you are MAGA, you are an unethical teacher. Yeah, you cannot champion for the removal of social services that keep your students alive and then sit in the classroom and smile in their face and pretend like you care what happens to them. This is especially true if you teach in a Title I school or in a border state where there are low-income students and undocumented students, and you're out here celebrating the fact that families are being torn apart and then looking in their sweet little innocent faces and pretending like you give a damn about them. Not to mention that you're perfectly okay with people SAing children as long as they're rich and powerful. So yeah, keep that in the back of your mind as you go back to work. We all know who you are.
What's going on, guys? Red Channels here, back at you with another video. Another compilation. Hope you've been well. Working on stuff. Been a little bit under the weather, unfortunately. So, please give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Sub to me on Patreon if you want to monetarily support this channel. Stay tuned. I'll have some more commentary videos up in the near future, but otherwise, let's dive right in.
You know why people of color are more educated than white people? Because people of color are the ones who have been affected most by the government. So it only makes sense that they would educate themselves. Therefore, it makes sense that white people are the most uneducated people out of everyone. Because we've been least affected by shit. So why would we look into the history of the government when it didn't affect us? We're always safe, aren't we? The answer is no to that question, by the way. We're not safe. Educate yourself. Because it is white privilege when you remain uneducated because the shit doesn't affect you directly. And that is a fact.
Well, I hope you're happy, maggots. You got your goddamn email over innocent justice for life. And you've got 2 million people starving to death in Gaza. Have a good one, you fucking maggots.
Hi, Brandon. Happy birthday. It's nap time. We gotta go to sleep now. You can then go to a birthday party after our nap. Yeah? Okay. Let's go. Let's go to nap.
There wasn't really anything all that political about that last video, but you know, he voted Harris.
Why did a white man just try to shoot his shot with me? Do I look like I like white people? What the?
Why does every random man I encounter put their hands on me? Like, why are we socialized to just take it and be like, yeah, that's just the way things are? No, not just the way things are. I don't know you. You don't know me. Don't touch me. I'm someone that I have delayed processing, okay? That's part of my autism. My processing is slow at best. So when things are happening to me in the moment, I'm not always comprehending in real time what is happening. So 9 times out of 10, if someone touches me without my consent, I cannot react quick enough to tell them to not fucking touch me. It's so frustrating because I want bodily autonomy. I want control of myself in the spaces that I inhabit, and I feel like I never have that.
If you support Trump in any way, fuck you. If you voted for him, fuck you. Do you know how long it took me to get this job? It took me 10 months in applying to 787 jobs. Didn't even get an interview, didn't even get a call back to get the daycare job that I'm getting paid $11 an hour at. And guess what the fuck y'all did? My daughter, who's 2 years old, who attends the daycare I work at, is autistic and disabled. Okay? She was supposed to receive Social Security income. Guess what the fuck just got cut off? Her Social Security income. So imagine if I was still unable to find a job. How the fuck were we going to be paying our bills? Because that was our only source of income for the 10 months I applied to jobs several times a day. I was even in the middle of sitting in parking lots, door dashing, applying to jobs while my car was breaking down. I'm in someone else's car because my car shut down, because I ran it down to the ground, because I need money. So congratulations. Racism is really fucking expensive. Y'all stupid asses.
So you're telling me we're not allowed to study whiteness and what white culture is because it's simply just passive aggression, gaslighting, narcissism, not taking accountability for your inventions like racism, but then taking accountability of other people's inventions like the cell phone. And then totally ignoring the fact that y'all were too lazy to be racist in the first place. You weren't even racist. You were just lazy. And then you became racist after we all discovered how lazy you were, and then we got our rights. You created racism to justify your own laziness. You weren't even racist during slavery. You were just a piece of shit. No, wait, but I promise you guys, it's not that deep. It's seriously not that deep. Like, don't think about it that hard.
Man, I feel like I lost brain cells just watching that video. People like this will say that white people are lazy in one breath, but then complain about white people enslaving the entire planet in the other. And I'm like, you don't have world domination if you're lazy. You don't colonialism, say what you will about it, wasn't done by a lazy people. They weren't like, oh man, we're so lazy, we're just gonna take over the world for no reason, like they weren't even trying. They didn't even get out of bed. Colonists, pilgrims, no, they just sat back and it kind of happened.
So the bank deposited $20,000 in my account like 3-4 months ago. I don't burn through it. So now they're telling me that it was a mistake. I thought it maybe was something they owed me because I've been waiting on some money from Social Security and I didn't get it because I get disability. So now they're saying it was a mistake. So now they just sent me a letter talking about I owe them money. I went to the bank to go see what they were talking about. They talking about, well, I got to have it by next week. I said, that's unfair. I don't have the money. So they said it could be a debt or I can go to jail. So I got into it with the bank lady. It's been a lot going on, y'all. That's why I haven't been blogging. I'm emotionally distressed. What do I do about this? I don't have the money. So how can I pay the bank back something I don't have? Chase Bank, I don't have the money. What am I going to do? This is my real life and this is not fake. This is for real. I know I be lying, but I'm telling the truth. Like, what am I do? I don't got the money.
Hi. I've started to see things about a whites-only community being built, and not just one, but multiple. Concentrate yourselves into one little area for us. Do it. Concentrate yourself in a little town. And see what fucking happens. You racist fucks are gonna be so easy to find.
So I was just at not the post office, but the UPS store dropping off a box. And the person in front of me was like basically Santa Claus wearing a MAGA shirt. And like, let me be clear. I did a double take because this is Portland. You have to be pretty brave to do that here. And I was like, maybe this is one of those ones that the words are different. It just has this. No, MAGA shirt. But he holds the door open for me. And then he looks at my mask and he doesn't snicker, but he does this thing where he like looks down and he goes like this. And because we've been having these conversations about eugenics and masking and everything, I turn, and he literally looks like Santa Claus. He doesn't look harmful, right? We'll examine that later. So I turn around to him and I say, I don't understand. If I asked you to put on a mask, would you? And he stops for a second because he's surprised I talked to him. And he goes, I mean, if you asked me to, maybe. And I said, but you didn't need me to ask you to open the door. You just were polite, so you did it. And he was like, well, but you can't tell me what to do with my body. Literally said that. And I was like, right, I wouldn't be. I didn't make you open the door for me. You just were being polite, so you knew to do it because you saw I had a need. And he's like, well, how do I know if you have a need? I go, if I'm wearing a mask, I have a need. That's it. Which brings me to my point. My hot take. It's not that hot. Even if you do it nowhere else, have a mask on you. And when you see somebody else masking, put a mask on your face. Don't make them mask. Don't ask them, hey, do you need me to mask? Just put it on. They've already told you. You understand what politeness is. That's it. That's all.
When you're an intelligent woman on the internet, you're never really alone. Because there will always be a man in your comments telling you how ugly you are. I wouldn't even look twice at you, sweetie.
I had a very in-depth conversation today about whether it's acceptable to allow MAGA or ultra-conservative people to occupy space within the goth scene. And one individual posited, isn't it a form of your own fascism that you are disallowing people from, say, attending your shows or coming to goth nights because they believe in these systems of thought or these political identities? So with that in mind, I'm never going to tell you what you should believe, because I'm a musician, I have a degree in history, I'm well educated, and I know what I'm talking about, but I need you to make your own assessments and opinions and formative beliefs in the world. But what I absolutely will tell you is what you cannot believe and still expect to participate in this subculture and in this scene. And there's a very specific reason for that. It's not just something that I'm pulling out of my ass to feed you to placate what I do believe in. And it's very simple. The goth music genre and subculture that exists around that music genre is predicated on the work, the chastisement, and disenfranchisement of very strange people to the establishment and the norm, and especially queer people, and especially genderqueer people and trans people. So if you believe in a systematic ideology that wants to remove the rights of people like myself, queer people, and especially trans people, you are believing in a system that is incongruent to the thing that created the foundation of all of that which we enjoy within this weird, spooky scene. And it's that simple. It starts and stops there.
There will be no getting through to this guy, but just so we know, all labor is skilled labor. All labor you need at least a singular skill to do. All labor is skilled labor. Do not listen to anybody that says that you deserve less than a livable wage. Do not listen to anybody that says that your labor is not skilled. Do not listen to anybody that says that entry-level positions are not skilled positions, because all labor is skilled labor. Not a single job. Not a single job do you not need a single skill for. There's not a single one out there. Oh, fast food, fast food. You need multiple skills to complete your job in fast food. All labor is skilled labor.
Yeah, that's right. Put the fries in the bag, honey.
Another thing. Hey, men, instead of fucking gawking at every fucking young woman you see on the fucking sidewalk walking, instead of fucking glaring at her and being disgusting, give a fucking wave. Give a little Midwest wave. Give a little fucking wave. Be like, hey, I see you, pedestrian. Not, hey, I see a piece of ass, fuckers.
I have no idea who would ever gawk at that, but aren't liberals just some of the most unpleasant people ever? I've had enough for today. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, etc., etc. Sub to me on Patreon if you want to help me out monetarily, and I will catch you in the next one.
A person like me smoke green jar recently. I don't know why.